we are going to head into some feel-good news with myself and a sleepy Sally Sausage. You want to say hi to everybody? Are you giving mommy kisses? Everybody, this is Sally Sausage, and she is going to be making a weekly, she is going to be making a weekly appearance with me on just giving you guys some feel-good news. Isn't that right? Yes. We can all use more of that. Some feel-good news in the world. It is so easy. I say this every week when we do motivation on my YouTube channel and on this podcast, but legitimately, guys, it is so easy to get boggled down with negative news, negative information, brainwashing, indoctrination, feelings of inadequacy, feeling like you are just getting burnt out, like a candle getting burned at both ends. You're melting all over the place. You just feel so completely and utterly inadequate at everything that you're doing. Then you have all kinds of narcissism coming at you on social media, and then you get addicted to validation from people that don't even care. It's just this never-ending cycle of, you're just like trying to, block all the shots that are coming your way. And that's very, very difficult to do sometimes. So that's where enter Feel Good News with myself and Sally Sausage. She is definitely a sleepy wiener today. So I figured to wake her up a little bit, we're going to start off with some positive news. Hey, I promised you guys, Taeler Hendrix in this, and that is totally me. I am so corny. I make no apologies for it. It's who I am, and it's why you guys love me. So I'm just going to be me, do me, be free with the authenticity. Sally Sausage herself gives this particular headline 4 paws up. Here we go. Apparently, there is a social media influencer by the name of Tucker, and he gives you lots of wagging tails, kisses, and fuzzy paws. Tucker is a golden retriever who earns over $1 million on social media from sponsored ads on YouTube and Instagram. He is providing a life for his family, and honestly, I do have to say he is living his best life, and Sally Sausage gives that her own paws up. Kudos. If you want to check him out on Instagram, you can go to @TuckerBudzyn. So TuckerBudzyn. Tucker is an amazing golden retriever who's doing super cool things, living his best life with him and his forever family. Apparently, there is something really cool going on in the restaurant world. Recently, we talked about Jaden Smith feeding homeless people in the Skid Row area with his own vegan restaurant. Well, now we have some more restaurateur news that is just feel-good news of people doing just genuinely good things in the world for a good reason. And I'm all about that. I love that. So apparently, there is a restaurant called Brownies Downies. Now, before you try to come at the name, hear it out. It is apparently giving people with disabilities meaningful jobs as part of their mission, which aims to reduce social stigmas associated with people with disabilities, more specifically special abilities with Down syndrome. The owner cites their passion to uplift people, and right now those are people with special abilities. I love this. You can find them on Instagram with @Brownies Downies. I love this because one of my first ever best friends as a little girl was actually a woman that was much older than me who had Down syndrome. Her name was Tammy, and I used to see her every single week at the bowling alley when my family would go. I came from a huge family of bowlers, like for a couple generations worth, right? And it was always one of my favorite parts of my week because I was a kid that got bullied just incessantly in school. And one of my favorite things throughout the week that I actually looked forward to was getting to hang out with my friend Tammy at the bowling alley every week, who just so happened to be like 15 years older than me and had Down syndrome. And she was such an awesome friend, and she just made me feel so good. And it was just my favorite part of my week growing up, was getting to hang out with her. And I love this about Brownies Downies because it's giving it, instead of just a quota to fill, which is the basic thing for a lot of companies, Brownies Downies is actually giving meaningful employment and trying to shatter the stigmas of people with disabilities to help them live enriched, meaningful, productive lives as key members of society. I love that. Kudos to Brownies Downies. All right. Apparently, I did not know this. Obviously, I grew up in Massachusetts, so we're all big Celtics fans. But apparently, while he was on the Bulls, Dennis Rodman, every time he went to Boston throughout the 1990s as part of the Bulls, apparently bought like everything at Toys R Us and would always deliver it to the Boston Children's Hospital. I love this. He never mentioned it ever to the media. I only recently found out about this story, and I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding Dennis Rodman and all kinds of other athletes and stuff, but I feel like today a lot of people do good things so that they can get a rub from it. You know what I mean? They're not doing it because it's the right thing to do. They're doing it for you know, a selfish or narcissistic reason, right? You know, some sort of publicity or whatever. I love the fact that Dennis Rodman apparently did this every time he would play in Boston, and he never told the media about it. Like, imagine how many kids at the Children's Hospital throughout his tenure in the 90s who he got toys for and never sought anything in return other than he thought it was the right thing to do, and it was a kindness to pay it forward. I absolutely love that. I think that is the epitome of feel-good news. Let me know your thoughts on my YouTube channel below.